everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the new and improved Hynt Beauty eyebrow definers. So if you watch my What's New series here, just a couple videos back, you will know that I talked about this and I said a video is coming soon, so here it is. So today I'm just going to sort of talk you through the changes because I don't ever think I really talked about the original, which is okay now that this one's here, but I will compare them a little bit. I will of course give you a quick demo on how I like to use this product. It's very similar to how I use all my other brow products. And then just talk a little bit about ingredients and colors and things like that as well. So these are new from Hynt Beauty. They are $28 in price point, which is, you know, it's up there. It's definitely an expensive price. However, eyebrow products last so long. You need so very little of it. So the main change with the Hynt Beauty eyebrow definers on the outside is the packaging, so let me share that with you. Before it was a lot more cumbersome, much larger, made from plastic. Now it's in this really adorable, small and petite glass jar. It does still have the Hynt Beauty plastic lid. I believe it is recycled plastic though, or something like that. If not, the plastic is just greatly reduced on this piece, which is great, and just much smaller in size, well, without compromising any of the product inside. It just goes a little bit deeper than usual. So storing this is really easy. $28 like I said. So they changed the packaging, but they did also change the formulation a little bit. It is significantly less waxy. I'm assuming that that is some feedback that they received in the past. They did also add some new colors. Speaking to the waxy portion of this though, I liked the other formulation. It just was a little bit more difficult to spread. That I will definitely say. So this is silky, it glides right across the brows. You guys will see that as I'm applying it. It makes it a lot easier to sort of blend and things like that. Not only that, but the new formula does also have more organic ingredients included. I think it's just one that they specifically changed, but anything a little bit more on the cleaner side, of course, that's a really fantastic upgrade. And they do have a high percent of organic ingredients inside of them, period. So this is formulated with a bunch of beautiful oils, of course, like a lot of the Hynt Beauty products, including organic jojoba oil and castor oil. And castor oil actually helps promote hair growth. So if you have a little bit of sparse eyebrows, the 90s got you big time. Hynt Beauty got your back with the castor oil that is supposed to help with sort of hair growth and things like that. My eyebrows, fortunately, you can see I am well endowed in the eyebrow department, but up front is where they get more sparse. So anything that's gonna help aid in that as well, I'm definitely here for. This is a new product that I've been trying no more than probably a month now, so I can't really speak to those benefits. Again, my eyebrows are really bushy, but for those of you with more thin eyebrows, please let me know. I know castor oil is one of those hit or miss ingredients, but something that I think is great to include in the eyebrow product, especially because if you're filling in your brows, it's usually because you want some more hair or structure or darkness somewhere, and that sort of hair growth would definitely help with that. So we got some shades going here. We have the shade Blonde. Blonde is an existing shade in the line, and this is of course for blondes. Would you guess? Very tricky to say, I know, but it's a little bit more on the lighter end. It's not quite as dark as the next one that I'm going to talk about, which is Taupe. Taupe is a very true taupey shade. All the Hynt Beauty shades have the perfect amount of coolness to them, ashiness to them, that doesn't pull green or purple or anything like that, which can sometimes happen in the eyebrow world. So the shade Taupe, I would say, is probably the most versatile shade. It works on anyone from a blonde all the way to brunettes, just depending on how dark and defined you like the brows, or just depending on how dark your natural hair color is, of course. Then we have the shade Auburn. Auburn is a shade that I use, and this is for redheads of all kinds. This still has brown to it. It's not red at all. I think their Auburn before was a little bit more red. It may have just been the batch that I personally received, but this is really just a nice warm brown color that's not overly warm. You can see I'm wearing it now. My eyebrows aren't screaming like warm color, but it does just bring the hair color in a little bit more naturally than if I were to use a more brown tone shade. Then finally we have the shade Espresso. Espresso is the top seller in the line, but they did change this a little bit. It used to sort of have black flecks inside of it. Now it does not, so it's much more of a true brown shade rather than leaning on black. However, I think a lot of people with black hair, my eyebrow hair color is black, not the hair on my head, but my actual eyebrow color is. I have super dark eyelashes as well. A lot of us like to use a dark brown shade because black can be extremely overpowering, and not necessarily in a way that we enjoy. So those are all the shades. I know it's only 4, but with eyebrows that really will cover the majority of the bases. I think blonde is the most tricky, just for those of you who want a very fair eyebrow, but I think taupe and blonde will work for many of you, and espresso will work for most of you with dark hair, and then auburn, obviously, for redheads out there. So before I get into the very quick demonstration, I did want to speak to the texture of this product a little bit because it is incredibly unique. I did review the Plume Brow Pomade, which I love. That's a lot softer though. That's almost like super spready. This has a little bit of a gel texture to it. So like a rich cream. So it warms up when you put your brush in there, or if my finger fit and I didn't have nails, I would get my finger in there to sort of warm it up, and that sort of melts the product. So it has a firmness to it that I really like, but the oils inside of it make it able to spread across really nicely. It is described as a cream to powder, and I think that's for the most part true. You can still tell that it's creamy, but the finish of it on the eyebrows is not thick. It's not very rich in residue. Like if I were to push hard enough, I'd get something off of my finger, but not like if I'm just running my finger through my eyebrow very delicately, which I like. So in turn, the staying power on this, I think, is fantastic. Eyebrow products, I have no problem with the Plume either, but eyebrow products I think can be a little bit tricky because you want your eyebrows to kind of fade away. Pencils I think sometimes can, especially if you touch your face a lot, like I know I do. Oh my god, you do the old... Just kidding. I don't do that, but I do touch my face a lot. And my hair. You guys know this. But anyways, I think the texture of it is really great. It goes on nicely, but stays put. And that is a very beautiful happy medium. I'm going to stop talking about it though. I'm going to get right into this demonstration so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about and how I get this nice defined brow look that I have right now. All right, so we are in nice and close so I could show you guys exactly how I like to do the eyebrows. I'm using the shade Auburn, like I said, since I did dye my hair. Red, I like to tie it in just a little bit, but typically I use the shade Espresso. So for tools, I'm going in with the Delium Tools 733. This is their spoolie brush. It comes straight, but I do bend it just because it's more conducive to the way I brush the eyebrow hairs, and I do it just like that, so all the way across and straight down, and that's just to sort of get them in the right shape. Mine need a little love right now, so please forgive me. And then I am going to be going in with the Gressa angled brush. It looks just like this. This is a nice stiff enough tip, but it's a little bit longer, so it has a little give to it as well. So I'm just going to go right into the product. I like to coat both sides of the bristles just like this, just so it makes it as narrow as possible at the very tip. And if you do this, how I like to do my eyebrows with any product that's pretty universal. I just want you guys to see. So I'm just going to draw a line across the top of my brow. And then you can see I'm just sort of blending the color in just a little bit, keeping it right there, maybe to that arch point. Then I'm gonna take a little bit more product and I'm going to draw straight down, and just fill in that. This could be relatively dark. You don't have to work on blending it quite as much just because it is the tail and that is the darkest part of the eyebrow. And then on the bottom, we're gonna draw a line like that and just feather it in. Please forgive that interruption. The walls here are like paper thin, so if anyone's windows are open, they're like blaring music, you could hear it in here. So I left off on that underneath part of the brow. So basically just have the front and the center. And for both of those parts, I'm not going to be adding any more product. I'm gonna use what I already have here. And for the center of the brow, I really just kind of flick it around. And then for the front, I'm gonna take it vertically. The rest I've been doing horizontally. And I'm just doing these tiny little hair-like strokes. And what I like about the new reformulation is I feel like the product spreads a little bit more easily because it is less waxy. That was part of the change. So once I have all the color laid down basically the way I want it, that's kind of as good as it's gonna get here because I'm really funny about the fronts. I go back in with the spoolie brush and I blend everything through. That's part of why this is your best friend. This is kind of like your Delium Tool 785 for your eyebrows. And it just looks like that. You can see that it's just much more strong, much more defined, not too dark in color, not too warm with the auburn shade. I'm really, really crazy about this product, and you have been seeing it on me on quite the few last couple of videos of mine. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. All right, you guys, that is it. Overall, I'm really, really happy with the reformulation, repackaging of this product because it is a product I love. So when they redid it, I got a little bit scared, but I trust Hynt Beauty. I love them. And it's a brow product that I've been using really, really regularly. The shade Auburn has been a fantastic match for me. So I'm glad that it is included here. So there are 4 shades. I will include a photo of them all swatched down below so you guys can check it out. See what shade works best for you. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything I didn't address in this video, please take a look, and that's, please leave me a comment down below for a full ingredients list beforehand. That will be in the description box that I list down below, as well as a product link so you guys can shop this right here, right now, if you're really, really excited about it and in the market for a new eyebrow product. So if this one isn't of interest to you, I'm gonna link my Plume Brow Pomade review down below as well. That's another really great one. The brush that comes with that product would also work in this if it's a product that you already have, but I'm really enjoying the Hynt one right now. I'm back and forth between the two as usual. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please, anything I didn't cover in this video, don't feel afraid to ask me a question. I read them all, and if it's of the utmost importance, of course I will answer you in a very prompt manner. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the endless love and support. Check out all my other videos on the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. I upload videos here twice weekly. Check out our social media when I'm not around here. It's always linked below. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!